So this video is an invitation for you to start being curious about how to give your inner world some kind of form. Because I feel once you can learn to identify the things that are happening within you, it becomes easier for you to then actually move it through you and release it. So this is for any of you who may feel some kind of maybe tension, some kind of stress, some kind of anxiety, any kind of heaviness that may come up for you in your life. Because these things at the end of the day, they're just taking up space. Like I have this feeling sometimes here. It's like it's squeezing me, or like in the chest as well. So very often I feel like there's this expansion that wants to happen, but then there's like this like something pushing against it, or just like in the jaw, like a tension, or here. These are all very physical sensations, but there's also other sensations like emotional sensations that may come up a lot of the time for me in the chest or in the belly as well area. Some kind of emotional sensations may be there, or then this like sort of fogginess maybe that may come up, a sort of heaviness in the head, maybe if there's like a lot of thoughts, it feels like very dense, it feels like almost like fog, and then so once we can create these sort of visual references, once we can give this inner world a bit more form, it becomes easier for us to also release it, because then you can identify, oh, this is what's happening right now again. Let me just be with that. And actually, this is the invitation, is that visualize first what is there, try to identify what is going on. Even if you think, oh, there's nothing, be curious about that. And I invite you to look at that, to be like, oh, okay, I don't feel anything, and be curious about that. So the exercise with this is just to be able to learn to visualize things that are there. And even if you don't know how, or if you feel there is nothing there, the idea is that you are curious with whatever is there, even if it is nothing. Be curious about that thing, that nothingness, that, oh, I don't feel anything. Be curious about that. Just be with it. Because the more that we can learn to start being with these things, the more we start to give them space. And then when they're ready, they will leave. Sometimes it may take months or years. Sometimes it may happen instantly. It really just depends on your own process and how ready you are to be with what is there, and how ready those things are to be released. And it doesn't matter. This is not a competition. You don't have to you're not trying to get anywhere with this. It's just really about learning to be curious with your inner world. Because I feel like a lot of the times we don't really understand how to actually identify. So whether there's thoughts, oh, this is not working, oh, this, I'm bored, or I don't want to do this, whatever. Be curious about it. Just be curious about those things. Observe them, witness them, be okay with them being there. And even if you're not okay with them being there, be okay with that. Be okay with not being okay. Be curious with anything that comes up. Just be with it. You don't have to do anything with it. And see if you can visually start to identify certain things that are happening in you, whether it is, some kind of tensions in the body, or some kind of emotions that you may feeling, or, these thoughts that may come, or a fogginess that may come from maybe overthinking, which is a tendency of mine, for example. And just see if you can see all of these things, witness them, and then come to a place within you that actually recognizes that you are none of this. You are none of the traffic of the mind. You are not the emotions. You're not the physical manifestations of tension or whatever it is that your body may be showing you. So the first step is to identify these things, but after that, the identification of it is not really so important as the disidentification, in the sense of realizing, I identify these things, but this is not who I am. This is happening in the body, these are emotions, these are thoughts, etc., etc. And then you come to a place within you that can hold the space for all of this. And that you that is holding the space for all of this can witness all of this, can fully experience it all, but is also fully witnessing it all from a place of not being identified with it, which then creates a lot of power for you, because you are then not succumbing to your experiences. You're not being owned by those experiences. You're not, your emotions, your thoughts, your sensations, whatever they may be, physical, mental, emotional, or whatever, they don't govern your life anymore, because you come to a place within you that realizes this is not you. This is being experienced by you, but you are the space within you that is able to witness all of it. So yeah, I'm curious if you can come to that realization yourself, and yeah, look forward to what may come up for you, and what discoveries you may make for yourself. Love you.